Hey guys! So lately I've seen a lot of dogs with like the same problems, the same symptoms, and I did some reading about it. And I'm like, how come my dog doesn't have any of those problems? One of the problems I noticed is hair loss, very bad fur, dandruffs, like skin problems. And I'm like, okay, well, what's that caused by? Some of these dogs had diabetes. Some of these dogs had thyroid issues, and we're talking about like young dogs, 2 to 6 year olds. Starts at 2, and then at 6 it's full-blown diabetes and thyroid issues and obesity. And I'm like, okay, well, what's wrong with all these dogs that have all the same symptoms? And I'm like, ask the people that own these dogs, like, what do you feed your dog? And they're like, well, we go to the vet gives us that dry food, it says it's good for the dog and everything. Yeah, obviously the vet is not going to tell you go buy raw food from the grocery or from the butcher, because they have to sell their own brands, their own brands of dried food. But if you look into what's actually in your dog food, you might find that this is the cause of all these illnesses in dogs. And once you switch them to raw food, natural food, you prepare yourself with all the omega-3s, with all the necessary, calcium, bones, the organs and everything that raw food consists from. Well, within like 3 weeks to a month, your dog doesn't have diabetes, doesn't have hair loss, loses weight. I have a client of mine that I do aquarium maintenance, and she has this pinscher. It looks exactly like Stella, but like miniature. And when I first met that dog, he was like fat, had full-blown diabetes, his fur was falling off, there was flakes all over it, he didn't smell good, he had tartar in his teeth. Like, that dog was a mess, and he was only 6 years old. Now, for a small breed, 6 years old is like not even half of their lifespan. So I'm like, what do you feed them? Well, been to all of those vets, they all said get that food, all dry kibble foods, right? And it's been now 2 months that her dog is on a diet that she prepares. Apparently he's allergic to chicken and stuff like that, so she gives him exclusively fish with some vegetables, with some oils, and that dog is unrecognizable. I wish I would take in before and after pictures of her dogs as I do with the tank. That dog lost so much weight, his diabetes is under control. Visually, like, it's not the same dog. His fur is shiny, it's beautiful, and it makes you really question what the heck do they put in dog food and why they make the kibbles, because those kibbles, okay, we're talking about the ones that have grain in them. First of all, grain is not good for dogs. Dogs should not eat grain. They're not a cow. Not even that a cow should eat grain. I mean, who knows? I'm not an expert in cows or anything, but definitely not a carnivore eating grains. That's like never been told of. First, like, they use corn and bunch of stuff like that as a bulker and the pet food. So already there it causes full of allergies, and the dog gets really sick from it. It's like you feed that shit food, and then you go to the vet to spend a bit more money on treating that as if it was like a separate disease, but it's not. It's just a food allergy that went full-blown shit, but then there's even the grain-free ones. It's made out of low quality meat, diseased meat, tumors, God knows the fuck what, they all blend it together, and then they like boil it twice until it's unrecognizable mush, and then they dehydrate it, and put like colorants and flavors and things that has numbers in it, and then you give that to your food as like a vet diet type of food, you know? All right, it doesn't have grains in it. Perhaps it does not have chicken, as apparently your dog was allergic to chicken to begin with, you know? But then the dog is still in a shitty condition, and then you go back and forth to the vet for like analysis and a bunch of pills. It sounds nearly like the human health industry, doesn't it? They feed you crap and then they make a shitload more money off of treating you, because this is all a goddamn business. So I think whoever has those issues with their dogs should just give it 1 month of raw feeding. Do your research properly. Give them muscle meat, bone, organs, olive oil, coconut oil, some vegetables in it. Make sure it's organic vegetables. Give them some salmon. Like, you know, you don't have to give like the perfect salmon. Just give them like a salmon head, which is like $1 at the grocery. It doesn't come up more expensive. Like, stop using that excuse that raw feeding dogs like is expensive. It's not. It's just as the humans that say, oh, we can't afford fresh fruits and vegetables, so we eat fries because they're less expensive. It's kind of bogus, you know. You either want a sick dog or you want a healthy dog. That's basically the question you have to ask yourself. So, you know, my dog has been through a lot in her life. She got hit by a car. She swallowed the head of a muskrat. She had many like accidents and operations, and she recovered 100% and quickly, really quickly. As opposing as other dogs, just keep on going, get arthritis, get whatever the heck. Just give it a month of feeding your dog properly and you'll see a massive difference. Not as much hair loss, beautiful coat, smart. Like they get mentally better, not just physically, but mentally too. So she's going after the cat food. My cat got some tuna, so. I mean, look at my dog, you know? She's young, yes. I agree with you guys that she's young, but look at her fur, you know? Raw fed Doberman. So try it for a month. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.